Hello team, and welcome to lower body and core focused workout where we focus on your seat symmetry. You don't need any equipment, you just need a bench. It can be your sofa, it can be the corner of your bed, it can be the kitchen chair. You just need some sort of a bench. And we're going to go into the warm-up first, so make sure you have a little bit of space in front of you as we're going to go into inchworms. So we're going to roll down, you're going to really round your spine, keep your knees soft and bent. As your arms go to the ground, we walk our hands forward, keeping our hips still. And we step in front with the left leg, keeping the right leg straight back. Here, you're gonna sway from side to side on the first round, just focusing on getting those hips down a little bit without losing the lower back. So, meaning that you have a good support through the core. I was gently starting to open up the front side of your hip. All right, we're gonna step back, hold the plank, push your upper back a little bit round, starting to engage through the core, and then we step forward with the right leg. Same thing, we're just focusing on getting a little bit down from the hip. Nothing crazy, just getting that body moving. All right, step back. And then you can walk your hands back. So you're pushing from the shoulder blade all the way back and rolling up. Round spine, moving that posterior chain. All right, we're gonna go into side bends. So we reach over, really tall, opening up that side of the body, rooting that leg towards the ground, and we come back to the middle and we repeat it on the other side. So you're gonna really imagine I'm pulling you tall and you're opening up that spine. All right, another round, reach long, and last rep. And back to the middle. All right, we go back to the inchworm. So you're gonna roll down. Just let your shoulders be loose and walk those hands forward, focus on that hip. And we'll step forward with the left leg again. And this time we're gonna reach down with the elbow as low as you can go. And we're gonna rotate for 5 reps. So you're gonna reach, I'm gonna rotate. 3, 2, and last rep. We're gonna step back, hold the plank again, push the upper back a little bit round, checking in that core and shoulder blade control connection, and stepping forward, right leg. Keep that hip as low as you can and you reach for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Step right leg back and push your hands against the ground as you bring yourself one last time up from the inchworm. Standing up. We're gonna go into half kneeling position, so you can bring right leg front, left leg goes back, and knee goes on the ground. From here, we're gonna reach forward. You're activating the back glute, so you're bringing your hips forward. Avoid overextending your lower back. So core engaged, we're opening up the hip flexor. Reach, and then push your hips back, keeping your spine tall again. And reach, and push. Now keep it dynamic. You can move in your own pace, but I want you to keep it dynamic so that we're getting that body weight warmed up. All right, one last rep. And change the leg. Same thing, hips under, glute active. You're reaching, and then you push back. Reach, and push back. All right, so in this workout, we're gonna have 4 movements. We're gonna do always 45 seconds per movement, 15 seconds of rest. So we use this circuit format because I want you to be able to adjust the intensity based on your level. And this also allows you to progress through the workouts as you can add in more weights, you can move to more advanced version, or you can simply just do a few more reps. One last time, and we come to all fours. All right, round your spine and extend, just giving your spine a few cat-cows, making sure we're feeling all good. All right. One last activation is for the lower core, since easily if the hip tilts a little bit forward, we have lost the connection through the hamstring, posterior hamstring, pelvic floor, lower abs, so they all go in the same chain. We want to activate that lower core. So toes under, use that core. So you're breathing out, you're bringing that tummy a little bit in, and then you lift off the knees. You're pushing your upper back a little bit round, supporting your head, and then you come down. You breathe in, and then you breathe out. Connect, and then hold it. Breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in. Bring the knees down, and breathe out. One last time. Breathe in. Breathe out, connect through the lower core, lift off the knees, really focusing on that muscle connection. And then from here, bring your knees down, push yourself into child's pose, and we're ready with our warm-up. So we're gonna do Copenhagen's first. So you're gonna put your knee on the bench. You can see that movement on your screen. If you don't have a bench that you can use, I'm gonna give you an option, and it's gonna be 90-90 plank on the floor. So knee on the ground, knee at 90 degrees, and this is at 90 degrees, and you're gonna be here, but I'm sure you have some kind of bed or bench that you can use. Okay, so we're gonna go into Copenhagen for the right leg in 3, 2, 1, and go. We're doing it with the shorter leverage. This is Copenhagen 90. So we can also do this, and we do this also with straight leg. But today we're focusing on the deeper layer of your adductors. You can keep the bottom leg off the ground, or you can have it lightly on the ground, giving you little support. Because what I want you to focus on is that you are up from the shoulder blade, you're up from the hip, and you're completely straight. And the quality of the movement is always most important. All right, rest. And then we're gonna do it on the other side. So left leg goes on the bench. Same thing, elbow is underneath your shoulder, and here we go. Really focusing on pushing that hip up. You're pressing the top knee against your sofa or the bench, really trying to keep that hip up. And the bottom leg is either on the ground or lifted off. All right, 10 seconds. Come on. And rest. All right, we go into glute bridge hold, and again, you can do this with your bench or on the ground. Same thing. So we're gonna bring the hips up. We're gonna hold them straight. And then from here, you will pull one knee towards your chest. You will bring your hips down, extend, return to the middle, and change to the other side. The benefit of having your upper body on a bench is that you can have deeper range of motion. So we are able to work a little bit harder. And you're really focusing on that hip symmetry. All right, hold it and rest. All right, we're standing up. We're gonna go into courtesy lunges. So we're gonna step cross and back and then do it on the other side. So just focusing on that one leg strength, hip mobility and hip control. And in the first round, I want you to just focus on finding the depth and the length of the cross that feels good for you. So it should be a little bit challenging, that you feel that, yeah, I actually really need to work through the hip area. But at the same time, it should feel that, yeah, I'm still able to control the movement through the full range of motion. One last rep, and we rest. All right, so now we have done the first round. We're gonna do another round of this. So in total, we have 3 rounds. Right knee goes on the bench. Copenhagen. And make sure that elbow is underneath your shoulder. The most common mistake is that the elbow is too far in front, when it's very difficult then for you to control your shoulder blade and support from here. So make sure it's straight under your shoulder. And this is not the easiest movement in the world, so I know that as we go through the workout, you're probably gonna feel that, oh yeah, I'm actually getting tired. So as we go through the workout, feel free to give yourself that support from the bottom leg. And then you're just gonna write in the notes that, okay, this is what I did this time. And the next time you do this workout, you can see, oh yeah, actually I have gotten so much stronger. Good. Change the other side. And here we go. So the adductor muscle group is one of the most important stabilizing muscle groups for your hips. And we also need to make sure we are strengthening that muscle group. Because if, for example, our inner thighs are always very tight, it can tell us that, okay, yeah, maybe they need a little bit more strength so that they're not always so tired and exhausted from the load that riding puts to our body. All right, good. Rest, and we go to the glute bridge combination. Upper back on the bench. Let's just breathe for a few seconds. And here we go. Hips up and straight, pull one knee towards your chest, and then we go. What we're focusing on is your symmetry. How are you able to keep yourself in the middle? No shaking, no collapsing, no nothing. And when we can do this without the horse, when we can teach your body, yeah, this is how you can find that symmetry. It's way easier in the saddle because your body already knows, okay, this is the way I should be working. All right, rest. Whew. Okay, standing up. We're gonna go into the courtesy lunge. This time, this round, I want you to be a little bit more powerful as you come up. So you're gonna go control down, and then you're gonna be powerful coming up. Control and power. So you're really gonna work through that hip area to come up. Come on. All right, one last rep. And then we have final round to go. So now you know all the movements. Now I just want you to focus on giving your best effort. This is short workout. We want to have good effort through the whole 20 minutes. And here we go. Final set. I always say, probably getting sick of it, but I always say, I wish I could hear your music. I wish I could have your playlist here, blasting some music, getting that vibe from that, and the energy for the final round. So I really hope you're having a good playlist. I'm just listening to my breathing. Come on. Final 12 seconds to go. All right, and switch. Whew. All right, one last 45 seconds of Copenhagen coming up. Okay, here we go. Hips up and straight. And also remember to push your hips a little bit forward so that you're really straight. This is the final round, so I want you to challenge yourself. If you have been keeping the bottom knee on the ground, try to lift it off for a few seconds, and then you can put it down. So always keep challenging yourself and what you think you're capable of, because you're capable of doing hard things. You're really capable of pushing through. So you can really prove that for yourself. Come on. And rest. All right. Breathe. Shake your legs. You're doing amazing. All right, hips go up. And here we go. And same thing here. I want you to go down controlled, and then you are a little bit more powerful coming up. Control and power. Let's go. Come on. Full extension, core engaged. Let's go. 10 seconds to go. Little bit less. Very powerful. One last rep. And standing up. All right, we have final set of courtesy, and then we have 3 core movements, and then we're done. So we're really close to the finish line. Whew. Same thing, control down, powerful up. Come on. And the longer you reach, the deeper the squat. And the deeper the squat, the more your hip area needs to work. So, come on. One last rep, and we go into side plank. Left side goes down first. You can have your both legs straight on top of each other, or the bottom knee on the ground. All right, elbow underneath your shoulder. We're gonna work through that lateral chain a little bit more. Hips up, or we're gonna hold it here. And you're gonna now push from the bottom hip even more. So now the focus is fully on the bottom side, from the shoulder blade, supporting the shoulder, from the hip, keeping that hip up and straight. the core working as the link between the upper body and your hips. Come on. 10 seconds to go. And rest. We switch. We do this on the other side, and then we have shoulder taps, and then we're done. All right, ready? And go. And working through that lateral chain, meaning the side of your body, the muscle chains, working together, those muscles that are working together to keep your body symmetrical and in the middle. So in riding, you need to have that connection there because it prevents you from collapsing to the side and getting crooked with your seat. Come on. Keep pushing. I know you're already feeling it. And if not, next time you do this, you don't let yourself so easy. So come on. And rest. All right, we're gonna go final stretch. 45 seconds, shoulder taps. Knees on the ground, you do it from here, or you can go full version, knees off the ground. Imagine you have a water glass on top of your hips and it's not gonna spill. So you're really focusing on that symmetry, connecting all the way through the shoulder blades to your hips. Imagine you have imagine you have my hand between your shoulder blades. The upper back is a little bit round. Come on. 10 seconds to go. Final rep. And rest. Push your hips back. Breathe. Nice. Bring your hips forward. Open up the front side. Whew. I hope you can feel that feel good rush that comes after a good workout. So we are done with this workout. I think doing home workouts can be something that is really impactful. It can be a real performance workout, even though you don't have a bunch of equipment. We can still get in a very good workout without having to go to the gym, without having to use hours for the workout. And I feel that it's so important that we slowly start to change the narrative and the image that we have about how it is to train as a rider, how it is to work out at home. And it can really be something that leaves you feeling athletic. It leaves you feeling confident, more stronger and leaner and more flexible with your body. So it's all the things that we need as riders so that we can keep getting better with the thing that we love the most, which is riding. So I'm so happy you're here and I will see you in the next workout. Ciao.